and welcome to this episode of Puck Drop, the 19th Puck Drop episode of the second season. As today we're going to do yet another disappointing weekly review, and yet probably another disappointing weekly preview. So I'm going to hand the mic over to Jacob Gorin, who's going to read some losses. Go ahead, Jacob.
Yeah, so we lost 4-0 to the Rangers, which was the second straight game we got shut out and against the Rangers. Then we lost 6-3, even though the two of the Rangers goals were empty netters. So it was really 4-3. And then we lost 5-3, but again, one of them was an empty netter, so it was really 4-3. But you got to look at the positives for this week. Jack Hughes was absolutely lights out every single game, which has been a constant for this entire season. Even when the Devils are having their worst games, Hughes has been just amazing. And not only the points may not show it because he's been one of the most unlucky players in the entire league. He actually is tied for the league leading hit posts with 7, according to NHL.com. And
there's a stat.
Who's he tied with? Wait. We're going to find this. Keep talking. I'm going to find this.
Tied with Austin
having
Matthews.
your conversation.
He's tied with Austin Matthews.
Oh, Jacob, you ruined my quest. Okay.
He knows his stuff. He knows his stuff.
I looked it up this morning. So, and he's just been fantastic this year. He made a play. We're filming this on Sunday. He made a play this afternoon against the Rangers where he stole the puck in the neutral zone and then was one-on-one with K'Andre Miller, who's having a fantastic rookie season, especially defensively. And he just absolutely murdered K'Andre Miller. He embarrassed him. And then he got a really good shot off he was robbed by Georgiev. So Jack Hughes is one of the positives. Another positive is they showed us in the last 2 games of the week, they showed a fight. They were down 4-0 against the Rangers. Saturday, they ended up not counting empty netters. They ended up losing 4-3. They were down 3-0 on Sunday. They actually came back and tied it with first NHL goal for Marian Studenic and first NHL point for Nolan Foote, who also played his first game in the NHL Sunday, before the Rangers inevitably, of course, took the lead 3 minutes left. So those are just some positive takeaways from this week. You got to find them when you're 3 points away from last. It's just really hard.
Yeah. And you got to look in going off of Jacob's point about positives, you got to look at the progress this team has made this season. Going into, I believe going into the season episode, we all agreed that the Devils were not going to be good. They were not going to be a winning team, and we knew they were going to be garbage. But
No, I knew they were going to be bad, but I didn't think they were going to be this bad. I mean, I knew they were going to have some competition coming up, but I mean, come on. They looked like they might be able to put at least something together. Right now, they don't look like they can even produce a win to end the season.
Oh, no, I mean, I didn't expect them to fall off the wagon like this. I kept saying, they wouldn't fall off the wagon, and they did, which I was wrong about, but I expected them to not be good. I expected them to be pretty garbage, to put it bluntly. But
one thing that would have helped was if Corey Crawford didn't retire, which a lot of people
that would have helped.
I feel like a lot of times I forget that Crawford was a Devil for all of 3 months before he decided to retire. He came to camp, saw how garbage the team was, and was like, "Nope, I'm out of here."
No, you know what? Honestly, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I really don't think that would have made that much of a difference. Just because we've clearly seen Wedgwood step up, and we've clearly seen Sen step up a little bit. I mean, it doesn't. I'm not saying it's going to be as good as Crawford, but I think that's one of the smaller issues.
Here, I can tell we're getting off topic. Can I just finish my point? Thank you, Jacob.
We didn't say yes. Why are you thanking him?
Thank you for letting me say my point.
Sure.
My point is that you got to look at the progress this team has made and compare a complete garbage year like 2018-19 with a less garbage year, which is this year. in 2018-19, we were basically
Well,
an
actually,
AHL team.
standings wise and wins wise, 2018-19 was the better year.
I'm not talking about wins.
I know. But then again, let me finish. Again, we weren't in as hard of a division where we just played teams in the division. In 2018-19, we got to play worse teams out west, and our possession numbers are much better this year than they were 2 years ago. Like we've been somewhat
analytically, we're a lot better.
Even when we lose by 2 or 3 goals, we've been somewhat competitive.
Yes, thank you, Jacob, for attempting to make my point for me. Analytically, yes, the Devils have been much better than 2018-19, but also competitiveness. In 2018-19, they just weren't trying. They were kind of walking on ice. This year, you could see that they're actually trying. Jack Hughes, like Jacob said, Jack Hughes has been very unlucky, but he's been the life and soul of this team. And the Devils have actually been in games, which is much different from years past. I think the Devils are making progress. That's what we got to take out of this, but we need to move on. Player of the week?
Well,
Player of the week.
I don't even know who I'm going to choose. I guess I could say Jack Hughes. I guess he had 2 assists. Subban had 3 points, and honestly, the Subban and Ty Smith pair was very good this week, and Subban had a goal and 2 assists. So I thought PK had a pretty good week. Sharon Govich had a goal and an assist. Mikhail Maltsev had a goal and an assist. I guess I'll go with PK Subban.
I'm just gonna say right now, this is very, I don't know. This is kind of like you're the player of the week, but you could still do much better. And that is Jack Hughes. Again, pretty good week. He put some points up. I'll give it to him. He's a fighter. He's really shown improvement. I will take this away from him though. He has hit the post a lot. Just
don't take that away from him.
Yeah,
what?
Don't take that away
from him. Just an inch more to the right or to the left, he'd be better. But you know what? He's been playing really well, and he's really, I feel like, a guide. And, I could be wrong about this, but I could see some alternate captaincy growing out of him.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean against the Rangers on Sunday, the thing that in my opinion, mainly sparked the comeback was Hughes was maneuvering around a player, and the player fell when his stick was next to his skate. It wasn't a trip. It was very clearly not a trip. But it makes sense for the ref to call it. And Hughes freaked out. He was screaming at the ref and slammed his stick against the boards. And he actually got a 10-minute game misconduct for freaking out. But it gave the team life. It energized the team.
Yeah, I'm also going to go PK Subban this week. He's been, let's be honest, he wasn't like star caliber this week. But hey, if he gets points, it gives me an excuse to make him player of the week. And gotta love that slap shot. Gotta go 4.
I'm pretty sure.
Guess what? With 3 points this week,
lefty?
With 3 points this week, PK Subban has passed his point total from last season in 24 less games.
Well, he's improved, definitely. Yeah. I'm just looking up his advanced statistics right now and see how he's done. Don't tell me, Jacob. This is my quest.
I don't know.
Find it.
I don't know Subban.
No, aren't you Jacob the encyclopedia? Aren't you supposed to know?
I don't know everyone's specific advanced stats.
Hey, he's been okay. Advanced statistics.
Jacob, welcome back to humanity. You're no longer a computer.
Yay. Oh, boo. One of his advanced statistics is not so good. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I'm nerding out. So, any news this week? I've got a piece of news I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Nolan Foote made his debut yesterday? I think it was yesterday, right?
Okay.
Oh, he made his debut today, and he got a point in the third period, I believe.
On a Nico Hischier goal.
Just a reminder to everyone who doesn't know, Lowy, and no, I'm kidding, But we got Nolan Foote in the
Wait, hold. What?
because I thought you wouldn't have known. But we got Nolan Foote in the Blake Coleman trade, and he was one of the main pieces, and he is a young, talented forward who clearly is talented because he got a point today in his Devils debut. So congratulations.
Just for the record, I knew that, but okay.
No, so I'm just gonna say for Nolan Foote, he played well, I thought, in the third period, and like when he got to play, I thought he played fine, but he didn't get a ton of opportunities, and he was mostly invisible, besides for the one shift where he got his first NHL.
All right, and in other news, Nico Hischier came back this week.
He did.
Yes, he did,
and he got a goal. He got a goal.
Nico.
We've been missing his presence. We've been missing the presence of the Swiss Prince.
The Swiss Prince?
The Swiss Prince, yeah.
Guys, this is where we've gotten.
Prince is too low for him. He is our Swiss god.
The Devils are struggling on the ice so much. We're coming up with nicknames.
No, that was his nickname before.
His nickname. That's been his nickname for years, since he got drafted.
Then why is it the first time I've heard it?
Even though I think now he should be elevated, since now we got Jonas Siegenthaler, and who's also Swiss. I think Siegenthaler should be the Swiss Prince, and Nico will be the Swiss King.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But
I've never heard of this nickname. It was where did it? Like I've never heard like the Devils Arena announcer go the Swiss Prince. I've never heard Kanji call him that. Who calls him that?
Kanji
has called him that before. I've heard Kanji call him before, and also
must have been very rare.
Twitter.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's what I'm missing on. I'm not a huge Twitter buff.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he came back and he got a goal today. So good job, Nico Hischier. We've really been missing his presence on offense. Any other news before we move on to predictions?
Marian Studenic got his first NHL goal today.
Good for him.
Do you guys remember we did the prospects?
What did we rank him?
Prospect update. And
it wasn't about the ranking, was it?
And I talked about Marian Studenic, and then you were like, "Who?" And
that was my moment on Puck Drop, Jordan. Oh yeah, I remember that. Jacob's like, our next prospect is Marian Studenic, and we're like, huh?
Yeah, we're not big prospect guys.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you have his page up.
Yeah.
Let's see. He was actually he was pretty good in when we did our update. But let's move on to predictions. Jacob, what are our games this week?
So I believe we have 4 games this week. We play the Penguins 3 times and the Flyers once. So it's it's Pennsylvania week. Actually, the next 2 weeks are Pennsylvania week because we play Pittsburgh 3 games in a row, and then we play the Flyers 4 games in a row.
Hold on, I'm just double checking. Since it's Pennsylvania week, you're referring to all the games being away, right?
Yes. This week, all the games are away.
Okay, so if that's the case, I'm putting the Devils at a heavy disadvantage. Can I start off?
No, the Devils have been really good on the road.
They've been bad at home, good on the road.
Yeah,
yes,
before this week, even for Rangers, where they had 2 bad games at MSG, they were like 10-5-1 on the road.
Let's compare them to our friends, not our friends. Let's compare them to our opponents. How has Pittsburgh been?
At home,
pretty good.
At home, they've been very good. The Devils have beaten.
Oh, generally, yeah, they've been good.
No. Philly's been terrible recently.
No, Pittsburgh's been good.
I'm talking about Pittsburgh. I haven't moved on to Philly yet. I'm thinking.
Speaking of Philly, the Islanders just beat them in overtime.
It's not focused. There we go. It got focused. Yeah.
Philly is trash. Good stuff. I'm thinking 2-2. I'm expecting a little bit more of a step up from Blackwood. He seems to be kind of an on and off type of goalie right now. Sometimes he's referring to the Mackenzie Blackwood that we remember from last year, who really stepped up. Sometimes he's referring to just that next goalie who when he comes up from the AHL, nobody really knows his playing style and all that. Nobody's really studied it. So, they don't really know what to expect from him. So he plays really well, but then people start to learn from him. So he's kind of like bouncing between what I just said and from the first thing I said. So I'm really expecting him to hopefully step up. But this team, let's be honest, this team is producing a lot of talent. And I mean, although they don't have the sufficient leadership to bring that talent to, I think, the highest potential, that's a conversation for another day. I do think that they're producing a lot, and I think that this week they're going to improve from the prior week and go 0-2, including an overtime loss to the Philadelphia Flyers and an overtime loss to their only other opponent, which is the Flyers' Pennsylvania rivals, the Penguins.
I'm going to say the Devils go 1-2-1.
Ooh, you're giving them a win.
Yeah, just because the Flyers have been pretty bad recently, and the Devils did beat Philly this year in Philly when they were during their poor stretch. So I'm not saying their win will be versus Philly. That's the most likely spot for the win, but I will give them a win, especially because they have a much better road team than they have.
There's no secret. It's no secret that the Devils seem to do better on the road than at home, which is kind of funny. But I mean, the Prudential Center is never really known to be like a really action-packed, energetic place for regular season game.
Yeah, anyway. The Devils fan, some Devils fans are kind of crappy. No, I'm getting attacked now.
You never said that. You never said that. We're just going to cut that out. Talk as if I just said the last thing. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, anyway, now I'm going to make my prediction. And you ready for some misguided optimism?
Be cautious. Cautious optimism.
No, this is misguided. We've gone from cautious optimism to misguided optimism. I'm going to say 1, 1, and 2. I'm giving them 4 points this week.
Woo! Wow.
Oh, that's more. Yeah.
Anyway, and you want to know why I'm giving them 4 points this week?
I don't know why. I don't think you even know why.
I hardly know why, but I'm going to attempt to explain away the hole I've dug myself in. It's hard to gain momentum. It's hard to tell how a team can gain momentum from a loss. But I think the Devils have gained momentum over the weekend, even though they've lost, because they played okay. And yeah, I mean, I think the Devils, with all the losing they've gone through, have gotten used when they've had some stretches of winning. So in those stretches of winning, I feel like they've been able to gain momentum from when they've played well in those losing streaks. Do you get what I'm saying?
I do, but at the same time, I think a little bit more caution in your prediction.
For a Hard Knocks young team like the Devils, I think they can find optimism and momentum in a weekend like this. So I'm gonna say they win against the Flyers. Obviously, that would be their only win. And they lose twice in overtime to the Penguins. Tough matchup.
It would be in a shootout.
Oh, yes. 2 shootout losses, of course.
2 souls. Okay. Now, I just want to say one thing real quick. I want to hear in the comments down below what you guys think of this idea. We should compare the Devils roster at the end of the season to what it was at the beginning of the season. See how many players we lost and see the median age of the team.
I want to just bring this up. That the Devils have $42 million in cap space this summer, which is
that's a lot.
Bad, probably since the inception of cap, of the salary cap in 2005. And it's also the most in the NHL. The Devils have, even with that giant PK Subban contract, the Devils have money to spend, so they have a lot of holes, but it's not like they don't have the cap space to fix those holes and the assets in trades.
That's true. 42 million. I mean, I'm gonna take a wild guess that Fitzgerald is probably not going to go spend it on like superstars and more probably invested in the future.
Oh yeah, that's a very Fitzgeraldian move.
And do you know what? If we're gonna go after one superstar, my vote is Dougie Hamilton. Hamilton's been Norris Trophy candidate the past couple years, and I know if we could get him if we overpay. But
it's no secret that there is options for us, but is it really our best interest to go after a free agent like that? No, I think we really should be investing in the youth of the
Honestly,
organization. Hold on, but I'd just like to say one thing here. The Devils have really made a statement this trade prior to this year's trade deadline that they are only looking at players who have a really long future. They are not looking at anybody who can only provide maybe only 5 years left. They are looking at the sole future, and they don't really think they need that much leadership. So I don't really think they're going to be hunting down a player like that.
You got it. Before, I think we should wrap this up and talk about this at the end of the season. But before we wrap things up, you got to be smart with your cap space. First of all, you got to get a backup goalie because Dell and Wedgwood have not been good enough this year. And I'll even say
Wedgwood has like 2 shutouts.
I like Wedgwood.
Wedgwood has been fine, but recently he's been terrible. Same with Dell.
I like Wedgwood.
Dell has not been good. But the point is,
we like Wedgwood. Like Wedgwood.
I don't think Wedgwood is gonna be around next year. That's not.
No, he's not. But we like him. Like him.
And
I like Wedgwood.
And I think you need to get a couple forward, and I think you need to get a defenseman. I think though
we need to get some veteran leadership.
Overall, you gotta play Moneyball or Money Puck. With
Money Puck.
Money Puck.
You gotta play Money Puck.
They should make a parody movie of Moneyball.
Hey, you know what? Puck. The Devils are in the position to be like that right now. I think they might be just as bad as the A's were at that time, maybe even worse. So
hey, when Moneyball started, they had 103 wins before that season started.
Yes, but going into the next season, they couldn't afford to re-sign literally everybody. The Devils would be in that same situation. Anyway.
All right, let's wrap things up. Can I?
All right.
Can I wrap things up?
I feel like you guys are just taking away my wrap-up position.
I haven't had to do it. You
wrap it up, Ryan. Go ahead, Ryan.
No. I think I'm feeling nice, and I'll let Jacob do it. Only though.
Yeah.
No, hold on. This has been bothering me. I'll only let you wrap it up if you take that little light above your head out of the shot.
That better?
Yes. Go ahead. Now you can wrap it up.
Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below what you think of our opinions. Follow us on Instagram at puck__LHS. The sources are puck__LHS. The source. And on Twitter, Jordan?
At LHS Puck Drop.
Yes, thank you again so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.